Ladies and gentlemen, vindication sounds good. Ladies and gentlemen, you now tuning into Punch Drunk Boxing, a.k.a. Mr. Shine himself. Ladies and gentlemen, vindication sounds good. And Jermell Charlo is vindicated. Vindicated by the disgusting assessment of him and his division where he was the reigning king and still is king. Because nobody has taken the crown. Now, they may put him in champion of recess or vacated the strap or get stripped of the strap because of probably the inactivity in the division. But nobody has taken the crown. Ladies and gentlemen, it was disgusting for the people out there that was saying that Jermell Charlo was scared and ducking Tszyu. And Tszyu at the time he didn't even have a superb resume. He didn't even was a champion. But you guys would rather devalue and disrespect a guy in which the hardcore boxing fan always pride ourselves in telling these guys to dare to be great, fight the best, unification bout, undisputed bout, and Jermell Charlo did just that. But you guys rather diss him and discredit him. Not only these pundits and media folks that got the power of the pen to put them to put people into the Hall of Fame, create a credible pound for pound list. You guys snubbed them. I'm gonna say it like this: the most disrespected undisputed champion in the history of the sport of boxing is Jermell Charlo. And Jermell Charlo's owed an apology by many of you. Because if you follow the channels, subscribe to the channel, if you follow my channel, I've been saying that the 154-pound division, the junior middleweight division, is the most competitive division in the sport of boxing. And we saw that. We saw that with Tszyu and his struggles with even Gausha. Let's not forget. His first fight in America, he got dropped. This is not a surprise. You guys just wanted to sweep it under the rug. He didn't grow as a fighter, but yeah, he got some good wins. But let's not forget that the wins that he had, especially with Tony Harrison, Jermell Charlo already put him on the dirt, in the dirt. Jermell Charlo knocked out all his opponents to become undisputed. Like I said, Tony Harrison, Jason Rosario hit him with a solo plex, a jab to the solo plex that made him catch the Holy Ghost. Hallelujah. He was like this. El Dominicano, el Platanero, el Banguco, los tres golpes. And then, yes, he struggled with Brian Castaño in the first fight, but then in the rematch for undisputed, he knocked him out. But let's also not forget that Brian Castaño beat the guy that was supposed to be the guy in the division which they was pumping before Tszyu. You forgot about Patrick Teixeira, the guy that was pumping the 154-pound division as being the next. Brian Castaño beat him. And I told y'all about Brian Castaño. I told y'all leading up to the fight that's going to be harder than what people think. But y'all didn't know Brian Castaño, know his amateur pedigree that y'all like to say about Madrimov amateur pedigree. But y'all didn't want to acknowledge Brian Castaño amateur pedigree in which he's beaten the likes of Earl Spence. Also, Brian Castaño had a draw with Lara that gave a tough fight to Canelo Alvarez, right? The 4-division world champion, super middleweight undisputed King Nelo, aka Cartelo, aka Cash Nelo, aka Payday, aka get the fuck out of here, man, right? Y'all forgot about the guy, the up-and-coming phenom in the 154-pound division, Erickson Lubin, in which he knocked out in the first round. Y'all forgot about that one. What about Charles Hatley? Oh, I don't know about Charles Hatley. What about his amateur pedigree? Being the likes of Keith von Tom Thurman. Keith von Tom Thurman beat him as well. For Demetrius Andre and stuff like that. Great amateur pedigree. Charles Hatley. Y'all never want to give him credit. I told y'all it was the most competitive division in the sport of boxing. Jason Rosario beat J-Rock. J-Rock beat Jarrett Hurd. Everybody thought it was going to be Jarrett Hurd. He got exposed. He went through his thing, right? So Jason Rosario got a good win. Erickson Lubin stopped Jason Rosario as well. Erickson Lubin beat Jesus Ramos, a guy that was supposed to be in the come-up, especially as a Mexican fighter. Nobody's talking about Jesus Ramos. By the way, Jesus Ramos is going to be fighting Mario Barrios in the undercard of Mike Tyson versus Jake Paul and you already know the co-main event, the biggest fight in my opinion in the sport of boxing, Amanda Serrano versus Katie Taylor, the rematch, right? Jesus Ramos got exposed. How about Brian Mendoza? Brian Mendoza beat Fundora. Tszyu beat Brian Mendoza. Ooh, Lord. This is a competitive division. But Crawford, how he did versus a guy that's only 10-0, only had 10 fights, 10-0, and never fought nobody in Madrimov. How did the Bud Crawford, the quote-unquote pound for pound, the Crawford ever, pound for pound, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, you can flip it around. Bud Crawford, probably the best technician in this era. How he did versus Madrimov in his debut in the 154-pound division. And let's not forget one of the phenom and one of my favorite fighters as well as Vergil Ortiz, in which there's a lot of people that was arguably saying that Bud Crawford lost to Madrimov and that Vergil Ortiz, the phenom, lost to Bohachuk. Hasn't this humbled you? Having the 154-pound division humbled you? Huh? There's only one king, which remains, and it's Jermell Charlo, who holds the crown. Everybody have struggled in this division. Would let you know, even the guys on the pound for pound list, that this is a tough division. Pound for pound fighter to struggle with a guy 10-0. You guys seem still not to understand what I've been trying to tell y'all for a long time, that the 154-pound division is the most competitive division in the sport of boxing, and just because it didn't have the high profile names. You guys snubbed Jermell Charlo because y'all hate Jermell Charlo for whatever reason. But the same thing that Jermell Charlo's done is the same thing you want a guy like Gervonta Tank Davis to do. What is it? Why y'all never gave Jermell Charlo credit? And please don't give me the BS of, oh, I didn't like the way that he performed versus Canelo Alvarez, because Jermell Charlo dare to be great and jump 2 division up. I heard y'all wanted Bud Crawford to jump 2 division up, right? 3 division up, as a matter of fact, right? Jermell Charlo was... That's not his kingdom. That's Canelo Alvarez's kingdom. And Canelo Alvarez is arguably the best of this generation. So, of course, it's going to be tough. But when it comes to the 154, just like Canelo Alvarez is the king at 168, just like Teofimo Lopez is the king of 140-pound division, just like Inoue is the king in this bantamweight division, Jermell Charlo is the king in the junior middleweight division. And he have stated that he is coming back to his kingdom. Yes, yes, yes. Probably going to be performing December 14th. So now, this vindicates Jermell Charlo. I believe he's owed a big apology for a lot of fans, a lot of pundits, and a lot of media folks. You know what I'm saying? The people on the Boxing Writers Association, the people in Ring Magazine, the ESPN panelists. You guys owe Jermell Charlo a great apology. And now you know that Jermell Charlo, the Iron Man, is a force to be reckoned with. Now, what's another guy you're going to say come up? Because before it was a Patrick Teixeira, it was a Tim Tszyu, and now you've seen that these guys is dropping like flies. What you going to say? Oh, Bud Crawford will beat the crap out of Jermell Charlo. Really? Oh, yeah, because it's going to be that easy, right? Like it was that easy when he fought a 10-0 guy. But it's going to be easy with the undisputed guy, right? Why y'all hate Jermell Charlo so much? Why, he's a PBC guy. Y'all hate Al Heyman, so y'all hate Jermell Charlo. Y'all always discredit a guy like Al Heyman for not putting his fighters up against this and that. But in the 154-pound division, most of the fighters are PBC fighters. And most of those fighters fight each other, right? Erickson Lubin, Fundura, y'all say PBC fighters. Of course, there's other promotion like Samson Promotion and stuff like that. But these guys fight each other. Brian Castaño, Jason Rosario, Jermell Charlo. Okay. Who's going to be fighting now? Earl Spence versus Fundura. Cool, cool. Hopefully Earl Spence is not a shell of himself and performs very, very well. Y'all snubbed this division. For whatever reason, a great division of the Winky Wrights and Fernando Vargas. It's a great division. Let me know what y'all think. Who's the king in the 154-pound division? And please, don't tell me anybody but Jermell Charlo. Or you lying to yourself. Or you just don't understand what you're watching. Shout out to everybody in the 154-pound division. That's what we want as boxing fans, is competition, right? So let me know what y'all think. Now, do you believe that this was probably top 3 undisputed run, right? Who had the best undisputed run? Got to give a lot of credit to Alexander Usyk, right? Anthony Joshua, Tyson Fury, and stuff like that. Josh Taylor had a good undisputed run as well, you know what I'm saying, with Jose Ramirez and Regis Prograis at the time. Let's remember at the time. Jermell Charlo knocking out everybody and stuff like that. Yeah, a couple of hiccups here and there, but that's what the best fight in the best supposed to look like, right? Like we saw with Beterbiev and Bivol. That's how the best fight in the best supposed to look like. You guys just didn't believe, like I said in the beginning of the video, Brian Castano, but look at Bivol versus Beterbiev. It was tough. Undisputed. It's supposed to be tough. It's not really supposed to be with Bud Crawford and Earl Spence, right? But a guy with the pedigree of Jermell Charlo, the guy with the pedigree of Brian Castano was supposed to be tough, and it was entertaining as well. But let me know what y'all think, man. Shout out to all the fighters, man. Y'all already know, man. I'm just putting things into perspective. Shout out to Tim Tszyu. Hopefully he comes back. You know, go back to the drawing board. You know, fixes. You know, heal up mentally and physically. And let's see what this 154-pound division going to take us. It's so beautiful. It's like the NCAA tournament. We really don't know who's going to, you know, other than Jermell Charlo, who is the if factor, who is the guy, who is the king. But everybody is performing like they're on the same level. There's, you know, what makes it cool, though, is seeing these fighters overcome adversity, go through adversity. I don't want every fighter to be undefeated. I don't want every fighter to be babysitted. You know what I'm saying? So let me know what y'all think, man. This is Punch Drunk Boxing. Subscribe to the channel. Smash the like button. Love you. God bless. And on to the next.